Welcome to FDS MTG News for Friday, November 24th, 2023. And today's episode was brought to you today with the massive help of the PlayEDH team. Be sure to check out the link in the description down below. We here at FDS MTG News wanted to give a big shout out to the Honor Sheldon Menery charity stream, where they raised over $50,000 with matching donations for cancer research. Congratulations to them for an amazing charity stream. And for today's big story, we have yet another lesson about not copying other people's homework. On November 18th, environmental concept artist Lorenzo Lafranconi tweeted an allegation that the artist David Sondered, I don't know, feel free to correct me in the comments, that David Sondered stole one of Lafranconi's paintings and put it in the background of the art for Wayfarer's Bauble, a card that was included in the Commander pre-constructed deck for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. When you look at the card and the original piece by Lafranconi, it seems like that accusation has some merit. Other than the art being flipped horizontally and some other light touch-ups, it's basically the same painting. And yes, I'm no lawyer, and I'm especially not a copyright lawyer, but just slapping a painting of a guy holding a bauble in front of another painting doesn't really transform it enough, I wouldn't think. At least Andy Warhol had the decency to mess with the color sliders a bit before he had one of his minions chuck out some new art. Scryfall, those ever-diligent scamps, were Johnny on the spot and updated the artist credit to include Lafranconi's name. That was short-lived, though, as Lafranconi didn't want to have their name included with that card art. A compromise was made, and the page now includes a note that says card art incorporates an original piece by Lorenzo Lafranconi. Sonder did respond with a statement explaining that they take full responsibility for the mistake, saying it was because they took Lafranconi's piece to use as a reference, and then forgot to paint over it, I guess. They also stated that they reached out to Lafranconi as well as the persons who commissioned the piece, which I think we can all agree was wizards. Sondered has also deleted their Twitter account since then, as they were receiving harassment due to this whole situation, which is a little disappointing to see. The guy's already flushed his career, he doesn't need harassment on top of it. Even Lafranconi stated that if this is just a one-off mistake, then we should all just move on. Wizards has put out an extremely brief statement saying that they are now aware of the situation and it is against their terms of service with their artists. So they are ceasing their relationship with David Sondered until further notice, but considering there's a ton of artists out there who are looking for work, I don't think we're going to get that further notice. Last week, I forgot to cover that the promos for the Secret Lair Showdown have been revealed. The Secret Lair Showdown is a special event held at each Magicon, or at least historically they have. Apparently they're doing something different this year. I'll get to that in a minute. For entering, you will get a copy of Spell Pierce, and if you make it to the Sunday Championship, you will get a copy of Murktide Regent. And if you're one of the lucky ones to win the event, you will get a special edition of Dark Ritual. There will be 4 Secret Lair Showdowns. 3 of them will be held at Magicon Chicago. They said they would announce when the 4th one would occur later on. So if we're to understand this, that means that as of right now, only 4 copies of that Dark Ritual will be in the wild. That's going to be an expensive card. I'll be interested to see how quickly Post Malone buys them. The 2023 Secret Lair Adversary is here! Yay! And with it comes a whole run of different Secret Lairs, and I'll be honest, I don't want to go through all of them because we've already covered Tomb Raider last week, and the rest are basic Secret Lair fare. You've got your Artist Spotlights, a Universes Beyond or 2, and a Land Secret Lair that only has basic lands in it. But if I'm being honest, I really only want to cover one. And that's this one. Yeah, the Dr. Ian Malcolm Secret Lair. And my god. Would this be a weird time to mention my dad went to high school with this guy? Yeah, okay, thought so. Anyway, with this Secret Lair, you will get Laboratory Maniac as Chaotic Chaotician, Tasha's Hideous Laughter as Malcolm's Mercurial Mirth, Tassiger, the Golden Fang as Ian, Convalescent Charmer, Atla Palani, Nest Tender as Dr. Ian Malcolm, and 1 egg token. Yes, it's true. Life found a way. Oh, and real quick, Wizards is doing that special bonus card thing that you can get for every $200 you spend, and apparently they are also running a sale that might make your order just under the $200 threshold, so that way you don't get the card unless you buy more stuff. And the special card is the Locust God. Yeah, just ignore it. The last time they did a special card, they pulled stuff like this to get you to spend more, and that was for the Scarab God, which is arguably a better card. And guess what? That version of the Scarab God is pretty cheap right now. Save save yourself the money and buy what you want of this drop and pick up the Lotus God Special Edition on the secondary market in a few months for a fraction of the cost of what you would have spent to get over that threshold. And this just goes to show that when every version of a card is special edition, none of them are special. After that profound little nugget of wisdom, it's time I remind you that I have a Patreon. If you like what I do here, especially when I'm passing out these wonderful little gems of knowledge, consider joining. Keeps the lights on. Literally, it helps me pay the bills. Look, I'm up to my neck in hock. I need whatever I can get. A local game store in Midland, Ontario was robbed this past weekend, and the thieves stole around $20,000 worth of Magic the Gathering cards. The robbery happened on Saturday night at Event Horizons Hobbies. The provincial police stated that the thieves were only in the store for a few minutes, so they obviously knew what they were looking for. The store also had some high-dollar cards that they put in the safe overnight, one of them including a Black Lotus, itself worth around $20,000. Please contact OPP using the number on the screen if you have any information about the theft. Wow. I rarely get to report on big news stories like theft. The only kind of theft I usually report on is copyright theft. It's like I'm all grown up. And you know what else makes me all grown up? The fact that I went to MTech Cave to get fantastic organization solutions for my MTG collection. Check them out today using the link below. It helps out the channel. And for this week, they are running a special Black Friday sale where if you put in the code Cyber Monday at checkout, you will get up to 30% off and free shipping over $99. Go check them out today. It looks like we have another real-life news story, and this one you might be able to help with. It seems that Magic has been banned. Not just one card, like the whole game. Commander's Herald reported on November 21st that the Deputy Secretary Timothy Hatch in the state of New Mexico has deemed Magic the Gathering a bannable thing, and said that inmates within the prison system in New Mexico have until November 30th to send their cards home, after which it will be considered contraband and be confiscated. The reason behind the ban is because inmates have allegedly started using Magic the Gathering cards as a form of secondary currency, which makes sense. We kind of do that out here. But apparently it's causing problems in the prison system. There's been some discrepancy about whether Magic cards are being banned or Magic as a whole is being banned. If it's just the cards, then that isn't as bad, as the inmates can make proxies. It can't really be used as a secondary currency, especially when the guy across the cell block can make his own Black Lotus with an index card and a crayon. But if Magic as a whole is banned, well, that's kind of a bigger problem. This all stemmed from a Reddit post, allegedly from a son of an inmate within the New Mexico system. Commander's Herald has confirmed that this ban is happening. The problem I have with this is that Magic does a good job of keeping people's minds working. You got reading comprehension, vocabulary, math, if you're a blocker. It has it all. And let's be serious, if they are playing Magic, they are less likely to be doing other stuff, like making prison wine or digging a hole with a small rock pick. I'm sorry, my whole understanding of what it's like inside comes from Oz or The Shawshank Redemption. But its ability to distract from more criminal activities is part of the reason why countless parents have just kind of let us go and play Magic. Lord knows that's what my parents did, and I think the New Mexico prison system should do the same. If you agree, call the number on the screen and let them know that this is concerning Deputy Secretary Hatch and Deputy Warden of Operations Joe Little regarding inmates playing MTG. Call it Magic the Gathering, because they may not know what MTG means. Let them know that MTG kept you out of prison, and it might just help others. And in all seriousness, I do think this is something that should be addressed, because I personally do think Magic can help people. We have more details about Magicon, and we know what the promo is. A textless counterspell with Bravac in the art, and I'm here for it. He's still making a list and checking it twice since we last saw him in the OG Jumpstart. They also announced the pricing for the ticket packages for Magicon Chicago, and they will be available on Monday, November 27th, and because Wizards wants to get into the spirit of the season, and by spirit of the season I mean Black Friday and, sales, they are offering a discount on select badges through December 5th. Regular pricing starts at $20 and goes all the way up to $8.75. So if you want a small discount, go get your badges now. That about does it for today. Thank you again to the PlayEDH team. Check out their link in the description down below, and you all have a wonderful day. Welcome to FDS MTG News for... I always forget to remember. Welcome to MTA... I did it again. I have no idea what I was trying to say there. Welcome to FDS MTG News for Friday, February... Oh my god! On November 18th, environmental AI... that David Saunders stole one of but Wizards has put out an extremely brief statement staying Tasha's hideous laughter as Malcolm's mercurial for a fraction of the cost it would have for a fraction of what you would have spent to get that. Look, I'm up to my neck in hawk. I need whatever I can get. Look, I'm up to my armpits in hawk. I need whatever I can get. Look, I'm up to my nipples in hawk. I'll take what I can get. Commander's Herald reported especially when the guy across the cell block can main his own Black Lotus. If you agree, call the number on the screen now and let them know it has this this is concerning. This is a sentence I wrote earlier today. And let them know this is concerning. Let me see if I can figure it out. That this is concerning Deputy Secretary? And let them know it has this. I keep trying to say the sentence. And they will be